lost. I think everyone have been thinking like that, but it's a pretty simple topic, and I'll be making it easy for you. So the first slide you are seeing a picture, the map of India, and the Mughal was ruling from 1526 to 1858, but we'll be dealing with the medieval India. So till 707, Aurangazeb had ruled, and after that it was a decline. And Bahadur Shah Zafar too had ruled till 1857, but after that it was a complete decline. Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. Just speak louder, please.
Yeah, okay. So as everyone know, the Mughal was a vast empire and it was stretched over large area. And as you can see in the picture, including the present Afghanistan and Pakistan were also under the Mughal Empire. So after Aurangzeb had ruled till 707 and it was a decline after that. And from 1857 onwards, it was a complete decline which happened by in which Bahadur Shah Zafar had ruled till then. So during the Mughal rule, it was a single unit and everyone had lived in a unity. And all the rulers were lovers of art, architecture, and many monuments were built during that time. So everyone were very skillful, and all the warriors were very skillful and were also admirers of art as well. So each of the rulers had permanent mark in everything they do. So, so we'll be dealing with the medieval India today, and in that, see, the first ruler was Babur. Babur's son is Humayun. Humayun's son is Akbar. Akbar's son is Jahangir. Jahangir's son is Shah Jahan. And Shah Jahan's son is Aurangazeb. So we'll be dealing with all these persons today. Okay. So moving to Babur. Babur was the first Mughal ruler, and he established the Mughal Empire from 1526. Babur was born at Uzbekistan and he had two strong bloods. His father's side Taimur, his mother's side Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, they were also called as the Mongol. And Babur's original name was Zahiruddin Muhammad, and Babur's father's name was Amar Sheikh Mizra. While Amar Sheikh Mizra was ruling Fargana, Amar Sheikh Mizra passed away. And then Babur had to rule it, but he lost. That is, Babur lost the Fargana. Babur lost Fargana. And what happened was Babur was wandering and then he captured Kabul from his uncles. So, in order to capture India, he had to capture these places also, which I'm going to mention. It included 5 Muslim rule and 2 Hindu rule. This will be made of Delhi, Gujarat, Malwa, Bengal, Deccan, and the Hindu rule, which was Rana Sanga of Bengal and the Vijayanagara Empire. Only if he conquered all these, he could defeat India. I mean, he could conquer India. So, for that, he took a break of 1 year, and in 1526, Daud Khan Lodi had invited Babur to kill Ibrahim Lodi. So that was the start of the first battle of Panipat, which happened at Delhi. It was in 1526, and Babur had won for that. So Babur won for his cavalry because he had the qualities of cavalry and artillery. Cavalry is nothing but those warriors who fought on horseback, sitting on horseback, and artillery. Artillery is the weapons or the soldiers who are armed with weapons. So these both qualities were there in Babur, and Babur had won due to that. And then Babur made himself as the emperor of Hindustan. So from that time onwards, the first great Muslim rule has started. In 1527, the preceding year, the next year itself, that is 1526, it was the Battle of Panipat, and in 1527, the next year, it was the Battle of Karnaval. In that, it was between Rana Sanga, we had already mentioned Rana Sanga of Mewar, and it was between, obviously, Babur. So obviously Babur had won for that, and Babur had named him Ghazi. Okay, and Babur died at the age of 47 at Agra. So that is about Babur. Coming to a conclusion about Babur, Babur was a great scholar in both Arabic and Persian language, and he wrote his autobiography in Turkey, which is called as the Kuzuki-i-Baburi, and he had a huge account of flora and fauna. So that is the conclusion of Babur. Next, we'll be dealing with Humayun, Babur's son Humayun. Humayun lived from 1530 till 1540s. He was the eldest of Babur. Do not say that he is a fortunate person, but we'll see if he's a fortunate person. So Humayun had three brothers, Kamran, Askari, and Hindar. So what he did was he divided each person, each places, that is Kamran was given Kabul and Kandahar, Askari was given Sambal, and Hindar was given Alawar. So this division was also made during the Timur's time. So in this way, he also, that is Humayun, also divided the places, divided the kingdom. But this was the major miscalculation. This was the major blunder we say that Humayun had did. So what happened was Askari was the governor of Gujarat, and Askari was the governor. This Humayun had made Askari as the governor of Gujarat, and Humayun later captured Gujarat from Askari. And then by that time, Sher Shah had become powerful at the east. You can see in the picture, this is the picture of Sher Shah. Sher Shah had become powerful in the east, and in 1539, the Battle of Chauza had happened. It was between Humayun and obviously Sher Shah. So Sher Shah had won, and Humayun flew away. That is, he went in like a hideout. And Humayun, what he did was Humayun went to Agra and he talked with his brothers in order to conquer Sher Shah, but his brothers didn't cooperate with him. So next, in 1540, the Battle of Pilgrim or the Battle of Anuj had happened, and it was between Sher Shah and Humayun. And what happened was Sher Shah won for that also. Sher Shah was very powerful, and Humayun went in exile. He went in hideout for 15 years, because 15 years Sher Shah had ruled. It was a Sir dynasty ruling for 15 years. It was from 1540 to 1555. The Sir dynasty had ruled. So as you can see in the picture, this is the place. It is at Bihar. It is the top of Sher Shah. It is located at Bihar. This is a picture of that. Okay, so what happened was Sher Shah's original name was Farid. He was the son of Hassan Khan. While he was under Afghans, the ruler of Bihar had given him the name Shah Khan for his bravery. So in 1540, we said that the Battle of Chauza had happened, and Sher Shah became the ruler of Delhi. Those years were very efficient, and during that time, he also extended his empire, having wars with Rajputs. The whole of North India, except Assam, Nepal, Kashmir, and Gujarat, was under the Sir dynasty. So we can think how huge is the dynasty presently. Dynasty during the time of Sher Shah. Okay. So talking about the administration during Sher Shah was a beautiful one. So the central government, it has the Diwan-e-Gujarat, like it is the name of the position given. It is also similar to that of Delhi Sultanate. The Diwan-e-Gujarat it was for finance and the revenue department, and the army, the name was given. It is the name given by Diwan-e-Ads. That was the name given, and Diwan-e-Wizard, it was for foreign ministry. The Diwan-e-Insha, it was for the communication department. So each of them was given each names. And now we'll be talking with the empire. That is, the empire had 47 sarkaras. It is like the sarkaras were divided into parganas, the parganas into iktas, and the parganas were divided into iktas. So in the Vijayanagara Empire also, we can see that it was divided into nagus and smaller parts like that. So in similar ways, here also it is divided into sarkaras, into parganas, the parganas into iktas. So each sarkara, that is, there were 47 sarkaras, and each of them had the chief shifter and the chief judge. Each of them had it. And the Parganas, it included shifter. They will look after the military, the army, they will look after the land revenue, the father, they will look after the treasury, and the cartoons, they will be looking after the accounts department. So this in this way the division was made. And Iktas, they were the smaller administrative units in which, and during Shershah's time, the lands were also properly surveyed. So during that time, the lands were divided into good, middle, and bad. So in that, the individuals living during that time, they had to give a share, that is 1/3 part of their share in the form of cash or in the form of their produce. So in that way, the revenue started increasing during Shershah's period of time. So they were very rich and they were also very powerful. The silver coins called as dum, it was there till circulation till 1835. It was introduced by Shershah. It was called as dum. Then Shershah also introduced 4 highways. It was Sonarpur one to Sindh, Agra to Burhanpur, third one Jodhpur to Chittor, and the fourth one Lahore to Multan. So the 4 highways were also introduced. He even built rest houses in that highways. It was for excellent communication, and he also kept policies for that in order to reduce the crime rates. And he also uh, brought back the buck system. It is actually something. It was there during Alauddin Khilji has introduced it. It is a branding of horses. That is, they keep a stamp or they keep something, a mark on the horses in order to identify the owner. So it was that system. It came back during Shershah's time. And then Shershah was a pious Muslim, and he was also very tolerant to all religions. He employed Hindus in high postings, and he was a worship, and he loved art and both architecture. And he built a new city in the bank of Yamuna, in the bank of river Yamuna. And presently only the Purana Kila and the mosque exist over there. And in the picture you can see that this is the picture of Purana Kila which exists presently. Okay, so this is the administrative part of Shershah. And then Shershah's successors became weak, and Humayun had conquered. Humayun ruled it from 1555 to 1556. It was only for a period of 6 months. So we told that Humayun went in an exile. So while he was on his way to Sindh, he met Hamida Banu Begum and he married her. So Humayun was staying at Amarkot, and during that time Akbar was born. Amarkot, there the king was Rana Prasad King, and in 1542 Akbar was born. So Humayun went to Iran and he defeated his brothers, both brothers Kamran and Askari, and Shershah's successor. He was Sikandar Suri, he was the least governor of Punjab. So, but he defeated him also, and the Shershah's decline happened, and Humayun wrote his crown back, and it was a decline of Sur dynasty. And Humayun died in 1556. Like, he built a library in his empire, and while he was working, he fell down from the staircase and he got a skull injury. And in this way, he died. So that is why he is called as an unfortunate king. Even though he got it after 15 years, the Mughal Empire after 15 years, he could only rule it for 6 weeks. So coming to a conclusion of Humayun, Humayun was a studied person of math, astronomy, and astrology. He loved painting and he loved poetry writing. He used to do it in Persian language. Okay, so that is about Humayun. Next, it is a picture of Akbar, and Akbar ruled from 1556 to 1605, and he was a very young ruler. And as Delhi was seized by Afghans, that is, the commander-in-chief of Afghans were Hemu, and the commander-in-chief of Mughals, that is, Mughals were Bairam Khan. So then happened the second battle of Panipat. It was between Hemu and Bairam Khan. So what happened was, while they were fighting, Hemu reached the victory point, but one of the soldiers, he struck an arrow to Hemu, and it struck in his eyes, And in this way, he got unconscious. That is, Hemu got unconscious, and the army flooded away. And in this way, Hiram Khan had won. That is, Akbar had won. So all these were pretty, like it is depicted in the movie Jodha Akbar. It is, can give a watch for that also. So what happened here? And then Akbar had won for that, and Akbar told Hemu, Akbar told Hiram Khan to lift the Mecca, and on this way, during that, Hiram Khan was killed, and Hiram Khan was killed during his on its way to Mecca. So Akbar had extended his empire, including Gujarat and Bengal also, and Akbar had kept a perfect relationship with Rajputs, and he married the Rajput princess, who was the daughter of Raja Haramai. So Rajput served for 4 generations under Akbar, so he had a perfect relationship with the Rajputs. Actually, Akbar had a peace policy. He was tolerant towards every religion, and he wanted a tolerant policy. He didn't want many persons to ruin his life or lose his life for him, and by including in war. So he was a person who wanted to avoid war all the time. So Raja Bhagwan Das and Raja Man Singh were given senior posts in his period. So in 1576, the Battle of Haldikati had happened. It was between Rana Pratap Singh of Rana Pratap Singh was of Mewar, and Man Singh, he was from Akbar's side. So he waged war against those persons who didn't accept his policies. So in this way, Rana Pratap Singh and Man Singh were got into war, and in that also Man Singh, that is Akbar, had won for that. And he also abolished, that is, Akbar also abolished the jizya tax. That was a pilgrimage tax which other religious people had to give. It was an Islamic law during that time. So it was abolished in 1562. So now talking about the religious policies, he was one of a lover of Sufi saints, and his tutor was named as Abdul Latif. He was a pious Muslim, but after marrying Jodha by his wife Jodha, he was very lenient towards all the religions. So, and for that, he constructed Ibadat Khanna. That is, it was a place of worship in which all the religious persons could come and discuss about the religious policies. It is located at Fatehpur Sikri, and it was built in 1575. And he also introduced a new religion in 1588. It was named Deen Ilahi. It is a meaning. The meaning of the word Deen Ilahi is divine faith. He had only 15 followers. That is, he didn't force anybody to come into the religion. It was according to the voluntary action. Everyone could follow it. He took every good things from all the religions, and in this way, he started this religion. But it was not such a very successful religion. It came to a decline also. So in this picture, in this slide, you can see the picture of Jodha, the wife of Akbar, and the other building, it is the Ibadat Khanna, which is located at Fatehpur Sikri. Okay. Now talking about the land revenue system of Akbar, it was Raja Toramal who used to administrate all these. It was called as the Hasala system or Sakti system or Mandobar system. It was introduced in 1580. The Raja Toramal, he was a person who was also administrating the land during the Shah's time also. So he was a very administrative person, and he did here also during Akbar's time. So in that, the land is divided into 4 ways, namely Polach, Parvati, Chachar, and Banjar. So in Polach, they will calculate the revenue every year. But in Parvati, the revenue will be calculated every 2 years. And in Chachar, it was calculated every 3 to 4 years. And in Banjar, it will be calculated every 5 or more years. So here, during Akbar's time, the individuals had to give in the form of cash. That is, they had to give a part of the which they attained. So it was given in the form of cash. And then Akbar also introduced the Mansabdari system. That was it was a thing which was increased for ranking given to each of the person. So the lowest person was given 10 rank, and the highest person that it will be given 5,000 ranks. Like it can include the highest rank will be given to nobles or the persons of royal bloods. So in this way, the ranking was also done. Other two were the two more types word is also there. It is Jat. Jat is for the personal only, right? A person will be given personal ranking. It won't be hereditary or it won't be passed, like it won't even be given ancestrally. And the other one is Sabar. It will be given on the basis of cavalry, like how many horses will a person be having. So it is Sabar and Jat. And for all of these, whatever they do, everything, Akbar will be the final decision maker during Akbar's time. Okay, so next we are going to talk about Jahangir. And Jahangir ruled from 1605 to 1627. In his name, Jahangir denotes he's a conqueror of the world in Persian language, and he was called as Prince Salem during his childhood, and he started ruling from at the age of 36. So he had a rebellion period due to his son, because Khusrau, his son Khusrau, was supported by the fifth Sikh Guru, Guru Arjun, and he was told to revolt against his father. He had an influence. So what happened was Khusrau was very rebellion, and his Khusrau's eyes were taken off and he was put in jail. So all those things happened, and stories are also told that Jahangir had killed Khusrau and Shah Jahan, that is Jahangir's, and the son Shah Jahan had killed Khusrau. There are two stories. Shah Jahan was also called as Prince Khurram. So it is also told that Shah Jahan had killed Khusrau or Jahangir had killed Khusrau. And in 1611 he was married. Jahangir was married to Meherunisa. Her original name was Noor Jahan. Meherunisa means light of the world. So what had happened was Noor Jahan was an influential person, and she also introduced junta. It was particularly for military and political groups alone. So it was very confined groups, and Shah Jahan, Jahangir's son Shah Jahan, had rebelled against Jahangir because Noor Jahan was a very influential person, and during that time Noor Jahan's relatives were all given positions in his kingdom. So due to that, Shah Jahan had rebelled in 1622 because Noor Jahan was an influential wife. And Jahangir passed away in 1627 when Shah Jahan moved to Agra and captured Agra. So during that time, Noor Jahan was given pension so that she can live on her own. Now we will be dealing with Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan ruled from 1627 to 1658, and his first name was Khurram, which means joyous. The name was given by Akbar. So he had martial training. He was also art lover, poetry lover, and he also loved Hindustani classical music. So he was married in 1607 to Arjuman Begum, and she was given the name Mumtaz Mahal, as we all know. And then the Maharana Amar Singh I of Mewar surrendered under, they were of Rajputs, and they surrendered under Shah Jahan because they couldn't come under Shah Jahan because Shah Jahan was very powerful during that time. The Deccan policy which was given by Jahangir. So as the Deccan policy was given to Shah Jahan, I'm so sorry. As a Deccan policy, Jahangir had given the Deccan policies, and during that time, he was given the name Shah Jahan. So his political and cultural steps were all similar to Kanwar. And the Marwari horses are type of horses which were there in Rajasthan. It was a rare breed. And the cannons are those type of gun in which they they put the gunpowder. So these both were introduced during Shah Jahan's time. So during Shah Jahan's time, there were best artisans, paintings, craftsmen, and everything. And during Shah Jahan's time, it was very rich. Our empire was very rich also. The best things were made available during that time. So the four Mughal provinces were also conquered, which included Khandesh, Telangana, Daulabad, and Berar. And Shah Jahan's son Aurangazeb was marked as the viceroy of all these places. Okay, now let's talk about the wars of succession which happened during that time. So actually, what had happened was, yeah, Aurangzeb was placed as the viceroy of all these places. Aurangzeb was a victorious person, And Shah Jahan actually had uh, and 4 of them also fought for the throne. So Aurangzeb was only the victorious person. So during the wars of succession, at each of them, everyone used to fight for the throne. And the Dara Shikoh, the eldest one was Dara Shikoh and Sorja, Aurangzeb, and Murad Baksha. These are his 4 sons. Dara Shikoh was his eldest son, and Aurangzeb was the third one, but Aurangzeb is the most victorious son we have among all. And what happened was Aurangzeb fought against Dara Shikoh and captured Agra from Dara Shikoh also. So in that way, by Shah Jahan's end of life, Shah Jahan was nursed by Jahanara, his daughter, and he died. That is, Shah Jahan died in 1666. Okay, so that is coming to a conclusion of Shah Jahan. And next, we'll be talking about Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was the last strongest ruler in the Mughal Empire. He ruled from 1658 to 1707. So he was also called as Alamgir, which means world conqueror. So he had 24 successful years and he had 20 successful conquests which happened during his years. And just Satnamis and the Sikhs revolted against him. So it was a Deccan policy which ruined Aurangzeb. Everybody says that. So what happened is during the Deccan policy, what is it all about? Is the north and south, and place the map over here. The north and south of Konkan was captured by Marathas. So as you can see in the map, you can see the Bijapur and Golconda. About that was Konkan, and what had happened was he wanted to capture Golconda and Bijapur also. So he defeated Sikandar Shah of Bijapur and Qutub Shah of Golconda. He captured both, and then as you can see in the picture, so he wanted to see how influential the Marathas were. See, the Bijapur and Golconda are on the opposite sides, and he captured both of them. And he wanted to see now how influential the Marathas are